gonna work. I'm gonna put you guys down for a minute. So I'm here at a property I own, and I think I fixed my mic because it says my mic is working. So I'm gonna go with that. Hey Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I have been having sound difficulty with the live stream. Okay, great, you can hear me. I don't know why people couldn't hear me. I was creating a live stream and that was really frustrating. Everyone was chatting, so I didn't want to hang it up, but nothing was working. Oh, it started working towards the end. I honestly think I have a theory on this. I actually think it's YouTube. I think because so many people are doing lives, that they might be just doing that, cutting things down and making it harder. So, all right, the live stream I was doing, let's try this again. Man, that sucked because I was trying to talk about an experiment and how I'm using Livestream as my experiment. And the experiment that I'm trying is whether I can use live streams as a shortcut for making my videos. And it's really uncomfortable. It's not something I'm necessarily saying I like, but my brain is in full strategy mode. So I'm trying different things out and trying to figure out a plan for myself, a plan of attack. So thanks for at least hopping on and telling me my mic is working, because I set up the whole other one that I said I didn't care how many people actually joined the live, because it was less about that and more about getting comfortable showing where I'm going, not having to make B-roll, that kind of stuff. So I'm here at my property and I have my Granite people here to measure. Now this is a rental that I own, and I've had a few different ideas of what I was going to do with this property. So this is where I'm sitting right now while he's measuring. And I got to thinking, I have all this time where I'm running around, I'm meeting people, I'm doing my thing, and I'm not creating. So I was trying to think, like, how can I work smarter, better, faster? Yeah, it is a beautiful old home. Here, I'll stand up and I can give you a better look at it, since you're the only one here. And that's what I was afraid was going to happen. I ended the live stream and nobody came. So that's a bedroom. I'll bring you into the kitchen. And here's my kitchen. So I had this built, and you can see, so I have him measuring for me. He's making a template. Here's the view of the kitchen from this angle. So I had this island custom built to go with this built-in bench that was here. I looked at taking it out, but it's like kind of built into the wall, and it would have actually been more of a project than just leaving it. So I had my contractor build this, which is going to have a granite countertop, so it'll be table height, and then a granite countertop with stools that'll pull up to it. That's my plan, because I always have a plan. So I'll show you the rest of the house. This is the bathroom. So again, it's nothing crazy. It's clean. You know, I had him tile the floor, and I left the original speckled tile here. I put the new vanity in. And then, yeah, so this is just the bathroom. But wait until you see the upstairs bathroom, guys. So, you know, closets here. I'll take you upstairs. So this is the living room. And I have it staged right now because I was thinking of doing like a by the room rental. So this was originally the dining room. You can see down here, if you look, it had like half walls with pillars, and I took it out because number one rule in real estate, there's more value in the bedrooms. So, and stairs. So I was originally thinking I might take this property and turn it into my D&D cave and make it like almost a puzzle that this was left from the previous tenant. I painted it and everything, but that's a couch that I need help taking down. So that's a husband and son when they get around to it. Yes, Devin, I'm back. I'm trying this again. So this is the other upstairs bedroom here. And this is another upstairs bedroom. And I have all these beds that I have to set up. But I think I might be just renting the house straight out and not doing it by the room now. Plans changing. So, and I had the floor put in. And then this, guys, look at this magical bathroom. I didn't even know what to do in here. I don't know what the pot's about. So this stuff, let me get closer so you see me. This stuff here is literally like that poured, the whole room is this, the ceiling too. I'm not making this up. So I'm leaving it because it's clean and it does the job that it needs to do. Keeps out mold, all that kind of stuff. So it's rather ugly, but nothing that I can't solve with a little decorating. And you go through here, and I love this little feature. So there's this little door, and I don't know if you can see how skinny it is. It's like this skinny little door. And you go, and you have to pass through a closet. And then it opens up into this room, like this cute little hidden room. It's like a little nook. I know, paint fixes so much. So here's my little nook room. It's got some built-ins because that's where the stairs are to go downstairs. Yeah, it's got some windows and then a high ceiling. So it's a cute little hidden room. I mean, I really love this little hidden room. So I originally was going to take this property and theme it out and do a, what do you call it? Like kind of like an escape room meets treasure hunt meets role play, like kind of all of it. And I even gave it a name and I built the lore. And no, this is not in Gloucester. This is in Leicester, another English town name. This is in Leicester, which is central Mass, not anywhere near the ocean. Harry Potter. Yeah, so Oh, and I didn't show you. It has one more room, but this room's a mess. We're not finished in it. Let's show you the mess. So this is kind of what things look like, you know, when you're kind of getting it ready. So I got the walls patched and ready for painting, but because everything's like stored in here, I haven't gotten to this room. But yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, so my whole idea of paint, I know I do a lot of painting, but I've also gotten kind of lazy, and I let my guys do a lot more of the painting nowadays. Okay, I can't stay there then on my next trip down south. Nope, because it's not in Gloucester. Nope. No, it's actually a really nice spot. It's business zoned. It's on Route 9 in Massachusetts, which is a big road that literally goes all the way from Boston all the way west before the Mass Pike. It's one of the major thoroughfare roads, and this property is business zoned. So I had plans to start a business. I had plans to put an ice cream stand outside, and that would be my shout out for icy vanilla. And I had plans to put a hot dog stand outside, but I had so much going and on with buying the castle house and all these other things that I London. So Graciela, are you saying Leicester is near London in England? Is that what you're saying? And hi, Miss Sam. Yeah, so basically yeah, I had all these plans. And even now I still find I have no time. So I think what that really comes down to is it's not a priority. I need a property in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I tend to like, I love people. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I love experiences, but I don't like touristy. So I much prefer finding that like spot that nobody's at. Hi, Shani. It's me. How are you? Just so you can rent it for 3 or 4 always per year. Yes, I get a lot of those requests. I get a lot of those requests, believe it or not. Yeah, we had, like, literally, we just let it go, a vacation home in the Berkshires of Massachusetts, which is like kind of where the Adirondacks come through Massachusetts. It has the highest peak called Mount Greylock, and my property was right at the base of Mount Greylock, and it had an amazing view of the city. And I Airbnb'd it for a while, but I didn't want the traffic through the house because originally we were going to retire there. Good, always good. Shani, can you remind me where you're from? Like, what part of the world are you from? We got Gracie, and she's from, oh my gosh, Australia. And we got Devin in here, and he's from New Brunswick, right? Did I say that right? It rained yesterday, but not today. You know, here it's like super humid. That's why I'm still in my like work clothes. So gross. Melbourne, Australia. Whoop, whoop. So guys, I'm thinking about these lives, and this is really comfortable for me. I don't, like, there's no plan and no structure. So, hey, Craig, how are you? Okay, guys, so I guess this is where I can start to introduce people. So Craig, he has a really cool channel and some really like deep thoughts and lots of Viking stuff, and Aussie Chick 888, hey mate. So we've got another Australian. So Shani, did you tell us where you're from? Because I still don't see it. And Shani's in the crow's nest, but I don't know where she's from. And Craig, where are you located? I like knowing where everyone is. Even in real estate, like when I got into real estate, I originally had this idea of owning a property in every state. Shani, it's a riddle. Oh, I love riddles. You're from Norway, but now you're in the UK. Okay, the Norway part makes sense. Like, that's why you got all that lore. So, Craig, we just got introduced to this game, this lawn game called, oh my gosh, Kub, K-U-B. Are you familiar with that game? I guess it's like an old Viking game, and I absolutely love it. It's just like throwing sticks to knock the other teams. It's like throwing sticks. So, yes, LOL. I love that game. Like, we're totally addicted to it. And I love when you kill somebody else's people that you're able to then take them and use them as a shield. That is like core Viking stuff right there. So you guys, there's this game, it's called Kub, and you set up like your army on either side of like these towers, I guess, in the middle. I don't know if I'm describing this right. And then you have to throw sticks to knock down the other person's army. And if you knock them down, then you're able to take them and then put them as a shield in front of your army. It's really fun. Very simple. Yes, what's a Viking game? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was just told that that's the history, that this game derives from a Viking game. So, yeah, this is fun. So I've got a lot of people in here chatting. So you guys are willing to pick my brain if you want to. You're willing to plug your channels if you want to. I'm sitting here, for anyone just joining us, I'm sitting here in my rental. I'm waiting for my Granite guy to install Granite. Do you have questions for me? Are you good? You're good. Okay. He's just working hard, measuring my kitchen out for Granite. So I'm just hanging out, and I decided I would hop on YouTube and talk to you guys while I'm trying to multitask. I'm always multitasking. So let's see. Grace, I'm just trying to scroll. Yummy. You're watching the news. Do you play it online? Are you asking about the game? Look at me, Renee. Love it. Thanks, Gracie. This is really uncomfortable for me. I'm not like afraid. It's just, I'm just so structured. Double tap to like. I'm assuming you mean people watching? Yeah, because I only have 6 likes. Hey guys, you know what my daughter told me yesterday? She told me that, Mom, you've got to stop smiling when you talk, because she couldn't tell if it was fake. And I thought that was really weird. Like, this is coming from my daughter, so it's honest feedback. And I'm like, I'm just talking and smiling. I'm always smiling. So, like, honestly, as I get older, this crease is getting deeper and deeper because I'm always smiling. I hate going live. Right, Craig? I'm not comfortable doing it. I don't mind doing it when I'm doing my brainstorm sessions where we have a structure and something to talk about, but just hanging out in a live stream, talking with people is really hard for me. You can smile, laugh, or whatever. So guys, I'm wicked excited. As you guys know, I was in Gloucester over the weekend, and I'm so excited because I spent a lot of time. Imperfect. I've forgotten. How did you find me? Honestly, I don't remember, because as my channel grows, I don't remember who came from where, but I'm assuming it might have either been from Gracie or Sally D, because like I know Craig from Sally D's channel, And I know Miss M, I think from Peter's channel, even though Miss M is in a lot of the same channels, I think, you know, it's kind of maybe where you first bump into somebody. It's not an office. Renee, LOL. It will help you so much to grow. Thank you for that. Miss M said she went live twice and it freaked her out. Hi, Sally. I'm just sitting here. Craig, I don't know what the word maybe means. I love the humor. So, Sally, I'm just sitting here live while I'm running around doing errands. So I have a deadline to get this place ship shape. It's one of my rentals. And in through there is the kitchen. And my guy is in there measuring for granite right now as we speak. Craig, you abandoned me this morning. Imperfect is on my channel, Aussie. Or maybe somewhere else. Was working, Sally. Got a little break. Yeah, we both sub to each other, which is fun. It's fun, like, meeting new people and doing all of that. I've met so many of y'all on different live streams. I know. So I was rewatching Jen's live stream, and she was talking about how everyone's going for live streams. And the funny thing is, I had been thinking about that too. But right now, I'm just trying to get comfortable. But I want to actually use my live streams to make my videos because I'm always thinking smarter, better, faster. It's a book I read, and it's about like making every action work for you. So like this kind of idea of like, say I got to go upstairs to turn the light off. Then I stop and think, well, is there anything that needs to go upstairs since I'm already going upstairs? Like maybe it's a pile of laundry, maybe it's one of the kids, whatever. I mean, I don't have kids in this house specifically, but you get the gist. It's thinking about what you're doing and what you have to get done and where can you overlap. It's just some of the strategy. Renee, I think Sally D. Too much thinking. I know. I can't turn it off. But you know what? I'm okay with this. Like, it's how I'm wired, and I like how I'm wired. I like who I am. And yeah, so I've just kind of stopped. It's easy to, I guess, be different or be wired different or think different and then start to feel bad about that. And yeah, so this is how I'm wired. I'm always thinking, and I'm okay with that. You're thinking about doing a premiere here on YouTube. Would people watch it? Yeah, people might want to. Literally, I started this morning, again, to get over that fear, Miss M. I literally turned it on. I didn't announce that I was turning it on. Then I had no sound, which was fun. And then I was like, well, I don't really care how many people come because it's about getting over that fear of just clicking live for me. Sally D, I think she's just talking about YouTube premieres. Do you know what those are? I mean, I would think that you know what they are, but so I think she's just saying that that's just the term that they call it, but it doesn't have to be specifically a premiere of anything specific. You're going to go live with Sally one day. I know. I have that coming up too, I think. I don't know. You do those live, right, Sally? The show and tells. I'm like really nervous about that. I haven't really been like the guest on anyone's channel. So that's scary for me too. So you guys have me here. You can ask me any questions you want if there's any questions you have, or if you tell me if there's things that you want to see. If you want me to talk real estate, I can show you the outside of the property. I actually still do have a plan to open an ice cream stand outside. Yes, you do the show and tell live, and yes, you know what a premiere is. Yeah, so I think Miss M's just saying she's thinking of just doing one, and she's nervous about it. Oh, Sally, did you get to play around with StreamYard, and how did that work? And you've done it with Peter. Yeah, but with Peter, it's different. It wasn't like he interviewed me I feel like, I don't know what Sally's going to do. I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, with Peter, it wasn't like the spotlight, I guess, is the difference, right? Hey, Mike. Yeah, Mike came on. He was keeping me company after I had to hang up. So after I had to hang up and just to get the volume back. So does anyone else, again, I'm trying to get used to lives. So I see like the number of people watching go from 12 to 6 to 14 to 8. Do you guys see that? Like, and that seems really strange to me. Sally, you do the most lives, I think, that I know of. Renee, it's just like talking to me on FaceTime. There are channels doing lives, not engaging the chat. So annoying. LOL. Yeah, sorry. I do some of those, but that's more my brainstorm session. I kind of treat them more as like a seminar. Renee, you're doing a wonderful job. So guys, so it just dropped to 5 and my viewers just jumped to 10 and now it's sitting at 6. Like, what's that about? Does anyone who does more lives, do you guys see that? Like the jumping around like that? Not you, some big channels. Mike is too scared to go live with me. That seems interesting. Like, why? I don't know why. I'm not I don't know. I guess, who am I to judge it? I'm afraid. I'm like not terrified or anything like that. And of course I'm going to do it. It's like a learning curve. I was saying people can do videos instead of lives. I'm still here. That's how many people come and go. It's never accurate, and the people scroll through different live streams, so you never know how many. Okay, so it's normal. I get it. I'm just like, ooh, it's just jumping so much. And then I only have 6 likes. So I'm like, wow, I've got 12 people watching and only 6 likes. I suck. I worked every day of the week after work. I only have 3 hours to get things done. I don't have time to go live with people. Sorry. No, you don't have to be sorry for anything. I see a lot of this on YouTube of people trying to explain like their own positions. Because I think that's why I was giving my real estate spiel back in my brainstorm video. My real estate spiel was, you have point A and you have point C. And point A is where you are now, and point C is where you're going. And we could all be going to the same place. So say point C, I'm in Massachusetts, and say point C is California. So we could all be in Massachusetts, and we could all be going to California, but there's an infinite amount of, not infinite, but I could actually do the math if I had all the variables, but and it would come into factorials, but there's so many ways to get from Massachusetts to California. So say like, Mike, you're here with me in Mass and we're both going to California. Well, Mike works every day. He doesn't have a lot of time. So he's not going to get to California as fast as me if I put in 10 hours a day to get to California, and he only puts in 3 hours a day to get to California. And then Mike might want to stop in Devin's going to laugh if he's still in here. Ohio. And he's like, nobody wants to go to Ohio. The last time I used this analogy. But Mike actually might want to go to Ohio, and that's okay. And then from Ohio, he might go down to Florida. So, like, there's so many different ways to get from Massachusetts to California, and there isn't like a one size fits all. There isn't like some super magical formula, which I think we like to think exists. And maybe one day it will exist. You know, who knows? But right now it doesn't exist. There's not this magical formula to get like what you want out of YouTube. It's kind of, you've got to figure it out and drive around and take some wrong turns and try something, like stop in a place and say, ooh, yuck, I'll never go there again. And all that fun stuff in between. It's almost 9:30. Yeah, it's 9:26 here. Gracie, I like to goof around and sometimes people get a little scared. Yeah, you definitely like to goof around. Bye, Sally. So yeah, I'm just, no, you guys don't have to hang out here any longer than you want to, but you're free to ask me any questions. I am just sitting here, you know, multitasking, trying to work on my channel while I'm working on my property. Your mom will never go back to San Francisco. She went there for work. There are big channels I watch and they never go live. Some do, and even with thousands of people in the chat, they still read and interact with people. It's a skill. Oh yeah, it's definitely a skill. I can see that 100%. And the thing is again, I think outside the box. So I'm trying to think of how I want to use live, and I'm trying to think differently because I'm trying to accomplish a certain thing. So one of the things I've been working on, it says you need my work and my clothes. I'm on a circuitous journey to nowhere and everywhere at the same time. What a great comment, Dennis. I feel the same way sometimes. So Gracie, I know, don't send your familiar. No, I actually don't mind snakes or spiders or critters. I am through and through an outdoors girl. I'm not afraid of any of those things. You want a pet wolf and a pet crow. It's 17 degrees and raining tomorrow. I know, I can't get over that it's winter. Like every time I would be watching Gracie all bundled up and I'm like, oh, I'm dying. I've got too much clothes on. So Gracie, when you say, I want more information, when you said you need more, you said something, where are you? Renee, we need your work and crows. What do you mean? Just so I know, because I actually don't know why people are watching me. And I want to know. You just love when I speak. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah. That's hard. Like I speak and then I always second guess myself later. I need to listen to a song that Sally made me, but I shall stay. No, you can listen to the song. I watch because we're friends. That's awesome. I love that. It's a good place to hang out. Thomas loved it too. Yeah, it was so cool because it was like 4 a.m. and you retracted your thing, but it was like at 4 o'clock in the morning in Gloucester when I was trying to catch the sunrise, which didn't go as planned. It wasn't as spectacular as I thought it would be. It was really interesting to see who was up and awake at that hour. And Devin, you're here just listening while you work. No, that's awesome. No, again, so that's what's been really cool with me kind of experimenting with these lives is I'm not worrying. too much about who's coming, who's going. I'm trying to get comfortable just really chatting. It's seriously, guys, this is not a skill I have. If you asked me like any kind of strategizing or planning, if you had something you wanted to create or make happen, and I got enough details, I could sit there and make you a concrete plan. And ideally, you're going to get where you're going and you'll get there pretty fast. Ask me to sit down and just have lunch and enjoy the temperature outside and things like that. This is a skill I'm learning. And so I've said for the past, I guess, week, ask not what YouTube can do for, ask not what I can do for YouTube, but what YouTube can do for me. So that's one of the things that it can do for me. So Dennis is here for the free snacks. I don't have any peanuts. I don't have any snacks with me. So I don't know Dennis. So Gracie, I think, do you know Dennis? Who can tell me about Dennis? Because it seems like Dennis has an amazing humor. And in my house, we have a very sarcastic, twisted humor. So Mike's winter videos are so beautiful. You get to see the snow. Do you guys not get snow then for your winters? It just gets cold, but no snow? Learning all this stuff about geography. You don't know Dennis. Hi, Dennis. I don't know Dennis either, but he's left some pretty fun comments. So no idea who Dennis is, but you also love the humor. So Dennis, we're calling you out. We're completely smitten with you and your humor. I tried to tell my son that he should start a channel because he has a whip like for everything, and he's so quick with puns and quips, and it's hilarious, but he won't do it. And then I have my other son, where I should just put his channel up sometime and you guys could check him out. He doesn't do it anymore, but he had like 2 million followers on TikTok, and he had like over 1,000 here on YouTube. And you know, he's the quintessential good-looking kid who is charming. So I'm sure it was like a lot of the 13, 15-year-old girls that were watching him. He was like 18, 19 when he was doing it. Did I buy a property in northern Maine yet? Preferably on the coast, Eastport maybe. No, I haven't. No, I scrapped my plan to, well, so managing property is a lot of work. And I got up to, I had 21 buildings, and it was a combination of 3 families, 2 families, and single families. I never had any like just basic commercial strip mall kind of property. And then I have this property I'm sitting in now, which I won't let go because of the location, which is business zoned, but it's grandfathered in because it was residential that became business developed. So I never bought outside of Massachusetts. I bought a ton within Massachusetts, but never anything beyond Mass. I thought of buying a place in Hawaii when my daughter was there, but I couldn't pull the trigger fast enough. So in real estate, which applies to YouTube, there are things called opportunity cost. So in real estate, if my money is in one project or one property, and then another interesting property or something comes along, it's a common term. We call that, there's an opportunity cost. So you have to, feel good about the opportunity you're seizing so that you don't have like a buyer's remorse and be like, oh, but that opportunity is so much better and now I can't do it because my money is stuck in the one that I'm currently in and developing. So I've started to kind of look at that and take a lot of these real estate skills to start thinking outside the box. And I really started doubling down on this idea when the YouTube changed its rules, because you know, as creators, we really can't sit around and wait for things to happen if we have things that we want to happen. Again, my plan, not anybody else's. So it's just how I think. So, but I think that's me going off on a tangent when all you asked me is if I bought something in Maine. So no, I did not. Night clubbing in Hawaii and Florida would be excellent. You might go to the Kmart. Dennis, I know a few massholes. They are worse than New Yorkers. Oh, I hope I'm not one of them. No, I know we gave ourselves, or I don't know, some people actually take pride in that title. I'm definitely not one of them. So worse than New Yorkers. So Dennis, are you from New York, or are you just comparing us to New Yorkers? You're just thinking, I know you're being silly, Devin. I love it. It just sent me on a train of thought. So, yeah, and actually that's why I let my vacation home go. So I had a vacation home and I was Airbnb-ing it and then using it when I wanted to use it. But then I started feeling guilty about not using it enough, because then you actually almost feel like you have to use it. And then I was like, my choice was to Airbnb it more. But then the town that I had the Airbnb in, they started to change their rules. And because they made it like more expensive and harder, I just decided I'd rather take the money I spend operating that and just invest it somewhere else. You're in Colorado. Awesome. Hi, Jen. I was talking about you earlier, Jen, because I was rewatching your live stream. I usually get around to rewatching because I am really so busy during the day between my real estate and my YouTube channel. And I was talking about how you said everybody's making a run for the live streams, which I thought was hilarious because I was thinking about doing more lives, but not for that reason. I'm kind of testing out some ideas that I have on ways for me to work smarter, better, faster. Colorado has some good casinos. Hey, Renee. I know, Devin, Jen's here. I saw that. So guys, so he just said casinos. So I was playing poker, Texas Hold'em, I think is what they call it. I am not a gambler. And we were playing that just on our little vacation in Gloucester. And then I came up with the best business idea. So you guys see where my brain goes. I'm always thinking of businesses. I can't help it, but I love it. And it was my son and I said, I want to open a place that's a Mockino, Mockino. But there's so many laws here in Massachusetts. I don't know if it's nationwide, but here in Mass, there's a ton of laws about casinos. You have a question? Yeah, no, you can ask. What's up? Sorry? Yeah, so right here, I need, like this is going to have bar stools. Mm-hmm. So whatever overhang you feel like should be, that you're the expert. So there's going to be... 10's fine? Yeah, 10's, if that's standard, I'm trusting you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And then this here is it's like the table to the bench. So like, I guess if I I'll sit here. So I guess if I'm like sitting here and this is my table, like I don't know like what the hangout should be to like be comfortable for like when they're sitting here. How far out would that be? Like here, do you think that's enough room? Or like you think it's, I think that's good because you can lean into it. Yeah, I think that's good. I trust you. Okay, thank you so much. It'll work. I trust that. I think you did a good job building it, right? So. Bye, Gracie. Oh, Miss M, you get so many ideas too. Yeah, I know. You don't gamble unless it's the stock market and you only buy BlackRock. Is that a joke? I hope that's a joke. go make an Italian coffee. I lost my dog, so been hard. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys have a 24-hour Kmart? We do not have that. So, yeah, so this is me working and working. But it's fun. I really do love real estate. It's just that the, markets shift, Real estate markets shift. YouTube market is shifting. You guys are experiencing that. All that kind of fun stuff. NB, poor doggo. What was your doggy's name? Oh, hi, Tommy. Yeah, I'm doing great. Hey, anybody who's joining, if you can remember to hit the like button, I wouldn't mind. That's me groveling. Yep, it shocked us, but it happens. Oh, I know, exactly. So everything happens. Like, it doesn't matter like what industry you're in, working in UPS, like doing all these things, like it's, it's the nature of things. And so that's why I'm just testing stuff out and trying to figure out my lane and my strategy. Hank and Skittles the cat. Aw. I took some video of the cats this morning, Stella and Cloud, and they were taking turns on the same toy. It was very cute. And they've been, combined, like, so they're tolerating each other. It's hard when when fur babies go. I know. We already have some fur babies, graves in our new house, and they're not cats. It was our ferrets, because when we moved into Bumblebrook, we had 5 cats and 3 ferrets and a fish, and I have 3 crows. Cats are hilarious. You miss ours. Yeah, we don't have a dog. We get out and go way too much to responsibly have a dog, I think. There's a U.S. very handsome mountain man who does lives maybe? His cat is called Skittles. You don't trust cats. If they were big enough, they'd eat you. When your cat Foxy passes, it's going to destroy you. Yeah, it's kind of like that necessary, it's kind of, yeah. You love them, but then when we lose them, it's tough, it's rough. You weren't joking. You're heavily invested in the market, so some days you feel pain for no reason. Yeah. So, well, I'm glad that you're invested. It's always good to be invested. This is not a financial advice channel, but I'm very big on making your money work for you, just like making your time work for you and all that fun stuff. How's it going having your daughter's boyfriend living at Bumblebrook? So Jen, I have 4 adult children, and so who I have living in Bumblebrook is my son and daughter-in-law, my daughter and her boyfriend, and my other daughter and her boyfriend, and my daughter-in-law's sister. So that is everyone who's living there. I have one other son. He's at Amherst College, and he's on campus, and he has plans. He's the one that was the TikToker, YouTuber, and he has even bigger plans than I've ever had as far as money and whatever he's going to do. So right now, he's not convinced to join us. But it's awesome, to answer your question. Keith, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, yes and yes, Keith. And you hear about mountain tax. Devin, you and my husband would get on well. He has been down days. A whole crow murder. Wonderful. I know, right? The murder's showing up, and this is just awesome. So if you guys are just joining, smash the like button, please, please, please. Hi, Julie. You guys, I got to meet Julie in person, and I really had to make that work. Julie, I don't know if you know, I rearranged my whole vacation just so I could get back so that I could meet with you in person. I couldn't miss that opportunity. And my family's like, sure. Like, my family's just amazing, so supportive. We aren't supposed to have them here, Dennis, but wives, friends, neighbors. This may sound weird, but I need to take a shower. That's not weird. I need one now too. It's so humid here. As you enjoy this content, liking and sharing, following, commenting as your peace and comfort grows, healing. Thanks for that. Happy days outweigh the down days the last 5 years. My husband was awesome. Wasn't he so much fun, Julie? He is so much fun. I'm trying to get him on with me more. Thanks. Okay, Julie, we know what you mean. I'm so much fun. I try to be. I think I'm fun. I know that I'm crazy driven and multitasking, and I think I'm fun. But I'm going to go let the live run while I take my shower. Oh, thanks for the watch time. Cheddar! You won't be able to comment because you're working, but you wanted to say hi. Cheddar, I have been thinking about you all morning. My morning raw thoughts, if I can get home to record them. This is my second measure with my Granite guy. So I had him measure 2 houses for me today. And so I haven't been able to do my normal routines yet. I will take a mangy old mutt over a cat any day. You were both so great. I think the setting where we went was ideal. Yeah, we had so much fun, Julie. So much fun. Like, that cat in the hat setting was great. Mike, you're back. Smash my likes. I'm groveling. I'm the bard. So, you guys, Cheddar, I've been thinking about Cheddar's channel a lot, and how Cheddar Boys like really inspired me to, I don't know, be more fun. It's hard when you see somebody who's so fun. I don't think I could compete with still my favorite character, aged Cheddar. He's my favorite, just so you know. Even though I have a cat, but I absolutely love dogs. I liked the video. I'm not sure if this sounds weird, but I'm going to go for a swim, so I won't be able to comment anymore, but I'll be listening in. No, I love that. You guys don't, it's seriously, I am multitasking, and I'm trying to get comfortable with lives. And so I'm just hanging out here, talking, and waiting till I can leave. Tap it like $1 million button. Yes and yes. Keith, how has your channel been going? I'm curious. Sorry, I'm thinking. So I'm curious because, again, I know I'm building a creators association, and I have quite a few people who filled out my builder form, which the link is in my bio. And I hope today to do a video that kind of explains some of the fun stuff we're going to be doing inside this association. And I've decided I'm going to have 2 tiers, and one of them is going to be like the secret association. So I'm bringing like the D&D stuff in. So you're all set? Okay, thanks. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
So when will that be ready? Like, when can I stop in to like the template and talk to her about like the install?
About 1 week.
About 1 week?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Bye. It's not a competition. We're born and live and pass on. The key to us is to be happy as possible, be kind to others, and live with as few regrets as possible. 410 subs, started 2 newsletters. That's awesome. Bye, Miss Sam. If we get, yeah, exactly. And so that's what I saw is like, I'm very much a team person. I'm very much a community builder. I'm used to leading corporate teams or leading my real estate teams. And so, yeah, that's my approach. I don't consider myself a creator, so I'm not really sure the association would be for me. I'm more of a fanboy. No. Well, there's a fanboy level. That's what I'm saying. There's a fanboy level, and then there's the secret guild level. So, and the fanboy level will be just as much fun because there's just going to be a lot. It's going to be centered around fun. I think if I could wave a magic wand and just poof the business, it would be more of a tangible business. I like meeting and seeing people in person. It would be like creating experiences, and they would be very specific. I've always had this idea of opening something called parfaits, where somebody comes to me and says, okay, I want my child to have X birthday, and I theme it out like right down to like the most minute detail, and I make it the best experience ever. So I like world building, theme building, for the experience of it all. So that's kind of where I'm going. I'm a neuro wizard. I conjure healing strategies. Thank you, Miss M. Life's too short to get caught up in nonsense. You got a new wizard hat. Did you make a post about it? And can take over. I'm just reading some of the things. Yeah. So this has been my experiment this morning of going live while I am sitting here in my rental house. He's gone, so I don't really have a reason to stay here anymore, but I guess I'm hanging out because I'm connected to the internet. And I tried to go live while I was driving here and nobody could hear me. So I'm not sure if it was the internet connection, which I wouldn't think it is, the connection to have just a volume problem. Has anyone else ever had that? Yes, we could start our own fantasy island. Well, I'm way ahead of you, Dennis. I have a whole fantasy world that I'm building that I'm going to be inviting my community to. And so there'll be the fanboy level, and then there'll be the secret guild level. And so at the fanboy level, we're going to just be hanging out, doing kind of more of like this stuff. But in the secret guild, I've already got like a secret code built, but I'm not going to tell anybody the origin of it. They're going to have to figure out the origin of the secret code. And like, so I've got like fun little adventures planned for us, like here on YouTube, almost like YouTube scavenger hunt. It's going to be so much fun, I think. I mean, it's concept right now, but I have like a certain goal of how many forms I want filled out before I launch it, but I might soft launch it secretly with the people who filled it out right now, but I'm not quite there yet because we had a birthday. Like life's always in the way, so I live life too, right? You got many anchors and enjoy energy seals. There's a lag between what you're saying and the sound. It's hard to say about reasons. I'm sorry. This is YouTube. I have been having nothing but problems. I'm not even moving, and I'm connected to Wi-Fi, and I have 4 bars. So I don't understand why there's so many sound difficulties. And I had sound difficulties when I was doing the sunrise thing too. As long as we have a night shift to destroy equipment, I'll have a job. I love that. I figured it was just YouTube doing YouTube stuff. I think so. I honestly have a new working theory, and because everyone's doing more live streams, I think YouTube is kind of purposely doing something there. I'm not worried about it. It's annoying, but I'm not worrying about it. So I'm going to talk for 6 more minutes. I mean, I guess I could hop in the car and see what happens, but that was so frustrating to me that nobody could hear me. So it seems like here in this chat, I have more like fanboy material. YouTube is becoming Periscope, LOL. I know, right? Yeah, so, but like Miss Jen, like in Gen X channel, Gen X from Gen X. I don't know how to shout out channels and not muck them up, guys. So that's a skill I'm still learning. But I was rewatching her live, and she's got the whole live thing down, just like Graciela. I obviously don't have it down, but I'm kind of testing it for a different reason. And you're here for it. I know, right? I am too. I am in this game. So, like, it's interesting when, like, Tommy's comment, what did you say, Tommy? Like, you were saying, like, don't get caught up in it and don't compete. And so I think the opposite. Like, I think I always like to put a little healthy competition into things, but it's my team of people. It's not just me alone. So, like, if I have my little crow's nest and I have the people who are here, it's kind of like, hey, what can we accomplish? Like, what cool things can we make happen? And just add that little level of excitement, something fun, something simple, something different. I actually enjoy doing that. You give healing patterns to hide the name slip-ups. You said you're back, and Sally's song that she wrote you was amazing. Is it a full song, or is it just the lyrics to the song, Miss M? It's kind of like when Echo did my song. I still have to create a video for that. And this is where my perfectionism sets in. I'm afraid to make the video because I don't think the video will do the song justice. Healthy competition is fine. Unhealthy jealousy can be consuming. Well, I hope, Tommy, that I don't come across as jealous or crazed consume. I hope that, that's my goal, that my authenticity is like how much I love everyone's channels, and what makes YouTube is the diversity of the channels. I think it's just amazing. I'm in awe of the diversity of the channels like almost every day. And I kind of go into like mama bear mode. So like I'm always like, my kids would play sports and I'm team mom. I'm like, hey, do they have the hot chocolate they need for after football? Or do they have, like my daughters had a gymnastics competition, and it was like, do they have just like there was this one thing where we were going to a Mardi Gras in New Orleans tournament, and I went out and got them all like Mardi Gras kind of like costumey thing. And I made sure every girl on the team had one, because this is the way I think. It's like, let's have a little fun. Let's build that team, win or lose, like whether my daughters won or lost or their team. Because it's interesting, gymnastics is an individual sport and a team sport, whereas like football is like completely team. But it's all about like everyone being included and getting to that better spot. Oh, I love that, Dennis. Thank you. That just made my day. He says you seem to be a very nice masshole. So I'm going to have to think about this, Dennis. I'm going to have to think about something creative I can make around this idea, because I'm loving that. And I'm loving that I'm breaking the mold. Devin was talking about how he invests, and I'm so glad he invests. I think everybody should invest. You need to make your money work for you. So the thing that I think about in YouTube, I'm making an investment with my time. And so I'm always thinking about investing, like, because everything is an investment. And I totally forgot where I was going with my train of thought. Awesome. Which is why I don't like not having a plan. Because really good thoughts come in, and then I start giving it a little bit of backstory, and then I forget like the point of what I was going to say. And I will think about it for a minute because it was investing and how, what did you say? Asshole. Nope, it's gone. So usually when that happens, I'm like, well, couldn't have been that important. And if it was, it'll come back. Making the investment. So I'm still tired. Like, I woke up early to go meet my Granite guy so that I could get stuff done early so I could get back and do stuff for the channel. So yeah, I hope, like, I know some of you filled out the form, the builder form. Keith, if you haven't checked out the builder form, just check it out. You don't even have to fill it out. You can check it out and then you'll know if it's something you'd want to fill out. I'd hope people will just fill it out regardless. I mean, I don't want to have two forms. I don't want to have, like, the way I feel it is anybody who comes in and leaves a comment, anyone who engages with anyone else is automatically part of my crow's nest. They're important to me. They've contributed to, I'm going to start making my way to the door. They've contributed to my, so I'll give one last shot of my rental. So this is the one room that's not really done. You can see all the patches are still like patched and it hasn't been painted. And mostly that's because I'm storing a lot of crap in here. We moved it out of the kitchen when I was getting the kitchen ready. Here's the kitchen that I've been getting ready. I had the new dishwasher set. I already have the stove and the fridge to put in. I'm not updating cabinets because it's about being cost effective. The cabinets are solid wood. I wouldn't even be able to get cabinets that are this sturdy. So I will change out the hardware to make it a little bit more modern that way. But I did paint all the wainscoting white to give it that kind of like pop feel. And then I had my contractor build me this. I've already said this once before, so this is a repeat. Sorry if you've already heard it. So this bench is built in, and I looked at taking it out, but the way this wainscoting is, I would have like this huge wall behind the bench and it wouldn't match. And so I didn't, again, it's about spending as little money as possible and making it as functional as possible. So I had my contractor build me this, and this will be table height for the bench. And then this is going to be stool height. And I already have the stools. And like bathroom is down there. One of the bathrooms, the room we were already in. Here's my living room. I had this staged because I was originally going to rent it out by the room to traveling nurses. But I decided I can't work on my channel with the amount of effort and time that I want to and manage a room rental. So I decided not to do room rental, and I already have a tenant lined up to come in here for September 15th. So I'm just trying to get it ready for them now. And they're awesome. Like they're partners. I think they're married, and they are so great. One of them has like a drag show, and one of them works for This Old House. So I'm excited for that content. So yeah, this is my property for anyone who cares to see it. And the bathroom, which I already showed Devin. He thought it was cool. And this is my property. So yeah, the light's off. I'm just making sure the lights are off. I'm done here for the day. Oh, I forgot my little secret room. I love this secret room. You go through a closet to get into it. And you come in, and it's this nice cathedral ceiling. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Who would have thought that I know what I'm doing? Yeah, everything I do is like about cost effectiveness. Does it make sense? I'm putting granite in because I've already replaced the countertop twice. Because when people use your property, they don't take care of it the way you do. And Granite will it'll be one and done. So I've decided to drop the money on Granite. I'll take you outside for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna get close to hanging up. I am having fun talking. So this is the outside of my property. So it's gorgeous. It's a nice flat lot. And you guys will laugh. So I had this was a garage, and I finished it. And it's actually livable space. It's heated. And there is no bathroom in here. It's a mess right now because I moved everything in here when I moved, stuff I didn't want to take to my house. So, but you can see, oh, seriously guys, and this is why I started to get out of, being a landlord. See that? This is actually a fire. I had a fire in this building, but this fire was set, no lie, by a tenant. Yeah. I asked him to move, and he lit a fire in my property. Now, lucky for me, he was stupid. He lit the fire, and then he called the cops. They came, and so you can see all the smoke damage. So really, just have to repaint this. This isn't part of the rental, though. They're not renting this space, and this is like my board games and my books and all stuff from when I moved out of my house, and I didn't want to bring it to a new house. Yeah, true story. True story. My tenant lit that on fire. They arrested him. They kept him for a day for questioning, but without proof, they can't do anything. And so I get the call that there's a fire. I have like no idea what's going on. And then I'm getting told by the police that he lit the fire. I'm like, nice. That's just awesome. So, and then I have this shed here, which again is just like full of storage. This is where my stuff is stored. But see, this is where I see my, I'm gonna back up so you can see it. This is where I see my ice cream, my little ice cream stand going in. Can you see that? And it's got like this big lawn, and I've got all this parking, all this lawn, and you go down there. It's a very, very, very busy street. My neighbor right there is Cumberland Farms, and you can't see it from here, but my neighbor this way is Starbucks and Walmart. Bye, Miss Sam. Perfect for a bachelor. We pee outside anyway. Yeah, actually, I did rent it as a room. So I actually did rent this as rooms. And again, it was a lot of work because sometimes being a landlord is a lot of babysitting, especially if you do that kind of a setup. So here's the deck. I just had the deck redone. See? So I have a dumpster coming now, and I've got to get rid of all the stuff that I don't want here. And yeah, but I have some time. So that's a little bit about me sharing what I deal with every day on a given day. So yeah, that tenant, that situation with the tenant, totally, and it's not the first time. I had a tenant drill a hole in my roof when I was selling a property, and they didn't want to move. So they drilled a hole in my roof and then told me, or didn't call the cops, but then they called me and said, hey, my roof is leaking. And it was like, I went there. They have the only access to the, whatchamacallit. They have the only access to the attic. It was a 2-family. And I looked at it, and it was like clearly holes. So I called the cops, and the cop came out, and they said without cameras, they couldn't do anything. So they were trying to prevent my sale. It didn't work. I mean, I follow the rules. I'm kind. I'm not a slumlord. I do things by the book. But I just got tired of that. So I don't play around with that anymore. Well, shouldn't say I don't. I still have, so I went up to 21 rentals, and now I'm down to 4. I have 4 from 21, because I needed to have a little bit more peace of mind in my life, and I didn't necessarily need more. And it just, it's one of those things. You never get a call. You get a call for an oven will break on Thanksgiving. A refrigerator will break on 4th of July. The heater will stop working at Christmas. And the more properties you have, the more you're increasing your chances of having just your life interrupted. So that's 100% why I got out, like, from the level that I was at. So very nice. I'm driving. So I'm going to stay on because I'm testing this, but anyone can feel free to drop off. I am driving, so reading the comments will be a little bit harder. I have a very specific reason why I'm staying on and talking. Let's see, lots of people think being a landlord is so easy and a way to get rich quick. They don't think about all the stuff that breaks and the tenants that are slobs. Oh, I mean, even talking to you, I'm like, man, I should start a landlord channel because, man, do I have stories. I got so many stories, but I have amazing stories too. When I was teaching real estate investing, I got like a ton of clients because one of my tenants, and I didn't know they were coming, they showed up, and they were a former tenant. Like, I hadn't seen them in years, but they showed up to learn real estate investing, and it was like a reunion, and it was so awesome to see them, and it was just awesome. And everyone, so I ended up with a lot of clients, and they were like, yeah, that was just amazing to see that you could have that kind of relationship with your tenants. So I really feel like I have enough data and enough history. I've been doing it 25 years to know that I am a good landlord. I'm a fair landlord. I didn't raise rents like ever. So yeah, so thanks for acknowledging that, Dennis. It looks like people are dropping off, or my live stream is disconnecting. I'm going to go back and watch this when I'm done, because I'm testing out YouTube, and I'm testing out the features. I'm testing out the driving while talking feature. So feel free to chat. Give me something to talk about. Ask me questions, anything you want to know, except the secret code that I cannot disclose. I don't think anyone's in there, or maybe they can't hear me. So let's see, somebody's in there. Pattern board. Hey, Echo. I'm not sure if you can hear me because I'm driving, and I've already talked about you and your channel a lot, so you'd probably have to go back and watch the replay. How are you this morning? I have you to thank, Echo, for TikTok. Can I just tell you, I would be like, all weekend we were doing something, and I'm like, TikTok, and then as soon as I said that to the kids, it was like, oh my gosh, and this song comes flooding in. I'm hoping you can still hear me. You're still here, Mike. I hear you. Thank you for giving me that intel, because as much as it's a live stream and I'm having fun, I'm really testing some things out here. I'm trying to understand the mechanics, and I have been being told by quite a few people that they are seeing YouTube kind of do some shenanigans, so it's super interesting. I will have to watch the replay. I'm alive. Morning is off to a rough start. I shall live. Well, I know those kind of mornings. Do you know, like, when I was working at UPS, okay, so I was at UPS and I was in operations, and that is a very intense company to work for. And my job was to map out all the routes for all my drivers. And I had about 67 routes that I had to, you know, disperse on any given time, like 26,000 packages. It was a rough job. And I remember, and it paid well. So they paid me really well, and I was really well respected. But it was like, I remember like the attitude was 100%, life could be worse, I could have cancer, or life could be worse, I could be like dying from this. And I know that sounds like really morbid, and it's not to be flippant about cancer. My mother, my grandmother, you know, is a survivor of cancer. But like when you hear people saying that and you're actually feeling that, like that's when you know, like I know I needed to make a change. Like, but I was kind of stuck in that routine. Let's see, Julie, I have wanted to do driving lives, but haven't been brave enough. I'm glad you're doing this. Yeah, well, Julie, you missed the whole opening thing. I was driving and everyone's saying they couldn't hear me. And I have a microphone, like an external microphone, and it says it's on and it says it's working, and nobody could hear me. And I don't remember who was in my live in Gloucester. I was having the same problem. So I was in a completely different location and people were saying they couldn't hear me. So I honestly, I have, like I said, I've had my theories on that, and I think it's deliberate. I know you can hear me now. This is great. But when I was making the drive to that rental property, I was like, oh, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to gather some intel and talk to whoever showed up. And a ton of people showed up right off the rip, and I couldn't talk to them. Peter jumped in there, and I haven't seen Peter since, but he's like, Renee, we can't hear you. And then I'm texting Peter because I have his cell phone, and I'm like, you can't hear me? He's like, no. And so I finally just restarted it. And when I restarted it, it seems to have worked. But my fear, which is exactly what I thought, I had like 8 or 9 people in there, and I restarted it, and the only one that came back was Mike. Mike, so thank you, Mike. And at least he, you know, not only at least, so Mike came back and he talked with me, and I was so grateful, Mike, so thank you, because here I am running this experiment, and I need somebody to tell me that they can at least hear me, that hanging up and coming back worked. But then it did feel kind of crappy that I didn't get to talk to anybody who jumped in and said hello.